Yeah, and then I will definitely have the horse thing.
Oh,
Before that. Oh my
Okay.
god, it makes me look at the way I smile right now, and I know how much I love it already.
and we've created so much content that I think we have months to run with this. The stuff that we've already shot, and, videoed, and photographed.
Yep. So do look out for more. We will do quite a few in-depth review with some of these watches. There are actually more watches that I really like, but I can only pick 3.
This idea, we force you to pick 3.
You're just making me less greedy. I don't like it. Yeah.
We're here in my room in the beautiful Palafit Hotel, next to the Lake Lodge Hotel. If you listen carefully, you may be able to hear the lake, the moving of the waves of the lake. And actually, this is, as we said earlier on in the introduction episode for Watches and Wonders, this is Stanley's favorite hotel. But where is Stanley? We don't know where he is. Ah, there he is.
Hey guys! Just happened to disappear for a while, admiring the views around Palafit. What an amazing place. I love it so much. Well, this place is built by the Sandoz Family Foundation, which is the owner of Parmigiani. And last year we were hosted here. And this year we are hosted here by MS.
Yep, MS.
Amazing. And we look forward to the MS tour. And I'm pretty sure that you will probably see some clips on Instagram with regards to the factory tour. So let's begin with our top picks for Watches and Wonders. So Peter, tell us, this is the first year we're doing it on video. Are you excited?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But I've lost my voice, as you all know, for the last few days.
Yes, exactly, right? So we are wondering what's your favorite, right? Since you have seen like maybe almost 100 watches.
More than that, I think. I think more than that. But yeah, my favorites, I have 3. Let's start with the one which is, I guess, the most on top of everybody's mind. And I also was a bit skeptical before I saw it and reading the press release. But when I saw it, it was quite amazing, and that's the Rolex Land Dweller. The Land Dweller is interesting for many, many fronts. It is a brand new movement by Rolex. It's very complicated because it now features a double escapement, 2 escapement wheels, and also beating at a very high beat rate of 36,000 BPH. And this is interesting because when the Rolex Daytona used to use the El Primero movement, they took the El Primero movement, which was already beating at 36,000 BPH, but they converted it to 28.8. And now they came up with their own movement beating at 36,000 BPH. So 5 Hertz, very fast beat movement. It's a very beautiful watch. The only thing that there are a lot of people complain about is the motif on the dial. But when we look at it in real life, it doesn't jump at your face. It's quite subtle. I like the platinum version, but it's kind of a bit expensive. So I will settle for the steel version with the white dial.
Actually, the motif of the dial, right, it's very, very nice because every year, I'm still single, right? So every year when I receive red packets, especially from Rolex, I do see the motif of the dial. So I should buy one to remind myself how much red packets I've been receiving from my family and friends from Rolex.
Yeah, Rolex is I think interesting because they took 10 years to develop this new movement.
Yeah.
And then they spent the last 5 years just testing. The movement is already completely ready 5 years ago in 2020, but it took them 5 years because Rolex being Rolex, they want to make sure that everything has been tested, everything is properly done. So they tested it for 5 full years before bringing it into the market. So very interesting for me. To me, if I had to buy a Rolex this year, this definitely would be the one to get in steel.
And you know what? In steel, when you flip it over, it's a transparent case back too.
That's what they started with the Daytona
Platinum.
The platinum piece, and now it looks like it's going to be a trend for Rolex. The watch wears really nicely. It also reminds me a little bit of
Oyster Quartz.
Oyster Quartz. That's right. It's got this 70s look, which I really love, which I never really had a chance to buy. But it resonates with me. It's a time in which I was growing up, loving watches but having no money to buy. Now, okay, I can afford to buy the watch, but we'll see.
Yes, and you know what? the bracelet, right? The bracelet is all new.
Yes.
It's a flat Jubilee bracelet that's never been seen before.
And also with adjustable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so comfortable, right? Oh my God, you know.
Nice piece. Good work by Rolex this year.
Yeah.
And my second pick is a little bit more different. I go back to the Independence, which is where my roots come from. And this year I really love the Antarctic Tourbillon by Chapek. It is quite interesting because you see on the dial side the entire movement, from the barrel to the center cannon to the tourbillon. And the interesting thing is that the tourbillon is flying, so there's no bridge, but the center cannon has a bridge, and the bridge is very beautiful as well. It's in the Antarctic case, so we already know how that looks and feels, which means it's nice. And the movement is really beautiful. And this is the first movement, one of the first, maybe not the first, that Chapek has done 100% in-house. I saw the facilities, I saw the guy designing it when I visited La Chaux-de-Fonds in November last year. And you caught a glimpse of it if you watch back our episode with Chapek, the Rockaburu. And it amazes me. It's quite interesting. And this is an interesting year for Chapek because there are two more products which I have seen, but I cannot talk yet, Zip, which are very interesting and very exciting to share as well. So that's my number two.
Amazing. All I can say is Zip. Amazing, 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 amazing. Okay,
number three is I go back to one of my favorite brands, Vacheron Constantin. And this year is also an anniversary year, 270 years. And I'm going to go for the most basic, the simplest of the Vacherons. So the traditional manual winding. I like the watch because of its simplicity. It reminds me of the years went by when you have dress watches which are just simple, but does its job and beautifully finished. I like the motif on the dial. Although on the traditional and non-complicated series, this is either embossed or made by stamping. Unlike in the complicated pieces where it's actually made by hand engraving. But you have a little tidbit on the dial, right? The motif is inspired by?
The Maltese cross.
Yes, so at the bottom, towards the 7 o'clock position, the lines actually cross and it forms a Maltese cross. Very, very nice. There's also a unique treatment on the movement at the back. So instead of a usual Côte de Genève, you have this Côte unique, which is kind of a wavy coat, but very, very subtle. So it's quite hard to catch as well. And of course, the 270th anniversary look on the winding roto. So those are my three for this year. I think we've covered a lot of watches, but these are my top three.
You have very, very expensive taste.
The Vacheron is not so expensive.
I mean, well.
And the Rolex is not expensive at all. Of course.
You mean platinum? That's 50,000 Sing.
The steel one, I said, the steel one. But getting an allocation for one is a different question. What about you? What's your top three? Having seen so many watches for the second year in a row.
Yes. Well, I think my top three watches are things that resonate a lot with me personally. A lot of personal feelings, you know. Less likely on all these this year there's a lot of minute repeaters, a lot of very complicated
and we
pieces.
see a lot of minute repeaters. You will find a lot of them. We will compile them, maybe either compile or we have it separate recordings of minute repeaters that Stanley made. Some of them are really, really exquisite chef's kiss. Some of them are okay, ordinary, but there are quite a lot of big pieces, which also in a way tells me that from the CEO position, I think they're quite bullish this year because they are releasing big pieces. But we'll talk about that in a little bit after. And let's go on to your next piece.
Okay, so my first piece, well, it's not because they are sponsoring the Palafit, but because what I like, right, is the MS Asso Robaca de Rare. Pardon my French. So it's this Asso with a sort of not an automata, but just a button to press on the 9 p.m., right?
It is a kind of automata, yeah. It's a motif of a horse on the dial.
And then it sticks the tongue out.
But when you press the pusher, the horse sticks its tongue out.
Yeah.
So very cute, very, very playful party trick. Eh?
Exactly, right? And I think...
And good for a party guy like you.
Not only that, but because a lot of times...
To impress the girls.
Yeah, but maybe not. Sorry, Kayla. All right, so I think what about that is also because there are a lot of times where I get very stressed at work in the day, even at night. During deployment where I have to rush for some deadlines. But being able to play with something, right? It just reminds me to never take life so seriously. Even though it's a white gold watch, it's very, very nice. It has like horsehair, some stuff in it.
Yeah. It's a marquetry of horsehair.
Yeah. So there's a lot of horology and a lot of little details, intricate details about it. But just never take life so seriously. I really, really enjoyed that. It made me laugh. It made me smile. It's so memorable. So that's number one, right?
And I appreciate that a fashion house or a class house like Hermes is able to do a product like this, which is so fun, so kind of like playful, and not serious at all.
And you know what? The movement is from Vaucher.
Yes, of course.
So
they own part of Vaucher.
Yes, and also the owner of Palafit, right? Because it's Sandoz family.
You talked about that just now.
Yes, correct.
Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Next one is something that I really like because, as you guys know, we shared a little bit more that I love cars, and I did my whole grand German tour based on cars, right? And then it's Louis Monet's Time to Race. So Time to Race,
it's not a new watch though.
Yes, it's not new, but new colors. I think the two colors really resonated with me. I cannot choose. But
what are they?
They are Rush, which is in blue, and Fuji White. So Fuji White being the Japan. I like Fuji White in a way. It's because it's loud, it's white. It's something that's very fun. And probably you wouldn't see me wearing it into office, but something that it's fun to wear to go out, hang out with your friends.
And you drive your Porsche GT3.
Oh, on that note.
And the nicest thing about Time to Race,
yes,
is that it features a number which you can choose, and Jean-Marie Chalet said that he will never repeat the number in that color.
Yes,
so it's unique to you.
Every Time to Race in that color is unique to 99 pieces. So at the current juncture, they have about 8 different pieces. So yeah, but I 8 different colors. Sorry. So I really like that watch, and
we did a very long, in-depth review of this when it first came out a couple of years ago. I'll put the link below.
Yes, and also of course the plates do have like little carbon fiber in it, and those are really beautiful, right? I really like chronograph, and this is, if I were to get it, it will be my first monopusha. Yes, and it's so beautiful, right? That's number 2.
And number 3 is also car inspired.
Yes,
you're a car guy.
But wait, number 3, it's a lot about my childhood. So for those who have read my collector's piece, my first watch was Formula 1 from my mother at age of 13.
It was my first watch too. Those who have watched the episode on my collector's journey, but it was not a Tag Heuer, it was the 2000.
No, it was not a Formula 1, it's the 2000. It is the Tag Heuer.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. It's a Tag Heuer Series 2000 two-tone.
Correct. So mine is a Formula 1. And then, of course, I got it recased, which you think is a crazy idea.
Yeah, you paid more for it than the watch itself.
Yes, at that time.
In fact, even now, what the watch is worth itself. If you buy in second hand in the market, I think it's less than what you paid for the recasing.
Yeah, but it's always the
But it's a connection to the past, right?
Yes, and without that watch, I wouldn't be into watches as well. I mean,
like,
of course, I am, but not so strong.
It's like the reviewer for Ratatouille, right?
Yes.
He loved the dish and he gave it a fantastic review because it reminds him of his home food cooked by his mother. The same thing, right?
Correct.
It reminds you of your original, the first love.
Correct.
And it brings you back all those memories and you get all these emotions. And it's wonderful. And this is part of the joy of watch collecting.
Yes. So it's not about, a lot of times it's not about throwing money into watches.
Sure.
But it's about buying things that you like and buying things that resonate with you.
Yes.
Right? So
which of the models you're going for? There's so many colors. 8, right? 6.
I lost count.
Okay, many colors. Which color are you going for?
I like the steel bracelet ones with steel case in blue, because I have one in blue, right?
Oh, the bezel in blue.
The bezel and the dial in blue.
Yeah,
that's number 1. Number 2, I like the Singapore limited edition, right?
Of course.
So I was asking them, why is it in blue? Is it because of Singapore Airlines was the sponsor, but they are like, no.
No, they were given a choice of 2 colors or something like that.
Yeah.
Yellow and blue, right? And
I don't know if we can post this, but yes.
But then they chose blue.
Yes.
So it's blue. The whole watch is blue, including the case.
So those are something that I like, and Kayla, my girlfriend, is wearing it, so I don't mind getting another one so that I can wear it myself. So we both wear one. That would
Interesting.
be cute. I think, yeah. So it's nothing too expensive.
No, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Doesn't have to be expensive to be nice.
Yep. So
As long as you pull the heartstrings and you feel good when you wear it, because you're going to look at the watch on a daily basis or every time you wear it.
Correct.
So that's the important part of collecting.
And the other reason-
it can come at every level.
Yes,
at the
correct.
low end, at the high end. If what makes your heart tick beat faster is a Formula One Tech Heuer, which
Yep.
goes for, I don't know what's the price.
1,750.
Only
Swiss franc or
1,750 Swiss franc.
1,000
Or one of the Citizens that we've been wearing.
Yes.
It does make me excited about watches again.
Yeah.
Or you need a mini repeater to float your boat. So be it. Many kinds, many strokes for different folks.
Yes, exactly. But you were saying, right? So you brought the Citizen, right?
Yes, I brought.
Did you wear it to the fair?
No, in respect for the people who sponsored us for the fair, I did not wear a watch at the fair. Plus, also, we are also putting on watches and taking off watches, and we're trying so many things in the fair that we didn't wear any watches.
I see some journalists with their very expensive watch taking in, putting out.
And there are many collectors who change the watch for every brand they visit because they want to respect the brand, which I think is a good thing too.
Yes.
Okay, so that rounds up our impressions of the fair. You'll see detailed articles coming out later on. We will write about the detailed articles. We have videos of some of these pieces, some of them with CEOs speaking, some of them with us speaking, and that will come out from now until whenever it finishes. Now, moving on.
Right, I want to talk about time to watches and I.
Yeah, I forgot that you went to Time to Watches and also Masters of Time. But
Yeah.
I didn't go because I'm a sponsored journalist and I prefer to keep this separate, not overstay my invitation because I've been invited by the Watches and Wonders organization. They pay for my trip, they pay for my lodging, although they don't pay us any money for this, no money is exchanged. But at least they sponsor my trip. So I feel that it's not right for me to overstay my invitation, and that's why Stanley, being non-sponsored or self-sponsored, is able to attend these events. And he's written the articles as well. But yeah, what are the highlights from these two shows?
I think my favorite from Time to Watches, right? In fact, it's not in my article. It is the one from Thomas Bio, which is our friend Thomas.
I've seen the watch because we met him outside.
Yep.
It's a new flying tourbillon with the moon face, right?
Exactly, right? And he used to do, along with our other friend, Olivier Maury, he used to do a lot of bridge tourbillon. But I think bridge tourbillon, to me, it doesn't resonate that much. But certainly, of course, it helps with the movement. It keeps it a little bit more stable due to the bridges.
It provides another point for you to demonstrate your craft. An example would be the many bridge tourbillons from Grover Fosse.
Yeah.
The bridges are so beautiful.
I mean, that's the other end of the spectrum.
Also,
Okay.
which is no tourbillon, but he has a bridge over his oscillating organ.
Yeah. So I always enjoy flying.
And you want to
tourbillon.
see the tourbillon, right?
Yes, I love it. I don't like the bridge, right? So it's
You prefer the nakedness.
Then I really like it. So it's
Right.
very beautiful.
Right.
You could see the whole thing oscillating, well, and it's being done very beautifully. The piece that we had, it was a prototype, but I was floored by it, right? I
Also,
really
the
fell in love with it.
movement is not bad.
Yes.
The finish either, right?
The finishing
And
is
it's also
great.
done by Oliver Maury
It's done by Oliver.
or BCB tourbillons.
Yes. So it doesn't have to be expensive, right? If I'm
And
not
this
wrong,
is not expensive.
Kickstarter price was, I think, 10,000
Swiss francs?
No, US dollars.
Same, more or less. Okay.
Okay, I mean, to me, I'm more price sensitive, not as rich as you. So it's amazing, right? And those people who are looking for a flying tourbillon, like me,
Sure.
dreaming about one,
Sure.
drooling over one.
I think it's within the reach of most collectors.
Yeah.
Maybe save a little bit, but I think it's within the reach.
Yes. So that's what I like.
Okay.
Then the other one that
We featured the reef, the hot reef, because he's based in Neuchâtel and the watch is so beautiful, right?
yes,
With the
correct.
tourbillon.
That's what I featured, right? And I think The hot reef is beautiful. It's
From a workmanship point of view, it's really high level.
Yes, it's done by the founder Steven. Yeah, and it is a very beautiful piece. You know, I really enjoyed it. But of course, that's on the other end of the spectrum, right? Which is about 150,000 Swiss franc.
Maybe you need a little bit more experience in your collecting career before you reach that stage.
Maybe. So that's right. That.
Okay.
Then I think
Masters of Time.
Yeah, Masters of Time rather at Iceberg. I think what really resonates with me is David Kendall.
Oh yeah. Another brand which I.
He's
really
your friend,
love.
right? If I'm not wrong, because I went up to him. I'm
Yes.
from Deployant. He's like, "Oh, Peter is my friend." I was like, "Yeah, Peter's not here." So I think one of his watches that I really liked was
the new one.
The one before that, right? Remember the one
the
with
one I
the
like.
guilloche?
The one I like.
Yes. So I kept touching it, right?
Yeah,
then I was
yeah.
like, "Hey, so does your guilloche, rubs off
Yeah.
after a certain time?" Then, unfortunately, it does. But that's patina. That's it.
Not unfortunately it does. So that depends on how much you play with it. It comes out to a.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a pervert like me would constantly touch it, right?
You get a smooth watch in the end.
Yeah, so...
Plus, you also like his pusher crown, right?
Yes,
The crown.
the invisible crown thing, right? So once you push, then the crown pops up. So that's beautiful. The new one, it's in blue, but without guilloche. And
Less expensive.
less expensive, but he said something, right? He said
Yes.
he said something to me, which I secretly told you that he have a new entry level watch.
Yes, something is coming up, I think. Even last year, you already told me that something is coming up this year, entry level. So watch out for it. We can't say anything yet. But that's going to be something quite interesting because he's always been known for super high end. The original condos were all like 230,000 Swiss francs and above. This new model is much cheaper, right? 150 or something like that. I don't know.
No comments.
No, this new one, the one they just released. I saw
yes.
the press release. I think it's now 150 or something like that.
I didn't ask him about the price
You
because
didn't
I know that I cannot afford it. So
Yeah, and the new one is supposed to be less expensive.
Yeah.
But no tourbillon.
well, technically, I don't need a tourbillon because I know my hand is a tourbillon.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. to
Okay.
me.
Anything else impress you from these Masters of Watch?
Kalini and Clyde.
Okay.
So Kalini and Clyde started out by two very, very young gentlemen who used to be with Lange.
Yes.
And then, the exact edition that really caught my eye was this Hong Kong edition with the brown dial, and then on the back.
We've
there's
already
a lot
carried
of-
this in our press release, so I've seen the photographs of this watch. How does it look like and feel in real life?
Oh, it's gorgeous, right? So okay, let's talk about the front first, right? So the brown dial is done by a Rose engine, so it's a turned with the guilloche, of course, turned by the Rose engine. So it's very, very beautiful. On the back,
The
the
finishing
party at the back, right?
Because of the engraving,
It's
right?
the engraving, right? All the flowers and flower and fauna. I really enjoyed it.
And it's
and-
also the engraving is also done by a friend of mine, Albert Wagner.
Oh,
He used to be the chief engraver in Lange Zone, but now he's retired and he does private work like this.
okay. So
I haven't seen the watch, so I don't know how it really looks like.
oh,
I only seen the pictures and they already look very, very nice.
it fits well on my wrist.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's not expensive. Yeah, it's about 30-something thousand Swiss franc. I mean, look, it's beautiful. It's a work of art. There's only 12 pieces that's done per year. One piece per month.
Because there are two guys only, right?
Yes. So I really enjoyed it. I really
Okay.
think that it's a very beautiful piece.
Right.
It's something that probably, after I've done my, my time to race, my Daytona, or rather, Daytona comes first always. You know
Okay.
what? Yeah. Then Daytona, time to race, my Parmigiani, then I probably graduate towards that stage.
But this is still independent. Yeah, it needs a little bit more maturity and appreciation of the work of two or one person
Yes.
than a manufacturer or a series manufacturer by a big manufacturer like the others that you talk about.
Correct. Yeah, and then I will definitely have the horse thing
Oh,
before that. Oh my
Okay.
god, it makes me look at the way I smile right now, and I know how much I love it already.
okay.
So on that note,
Let's wrap up.
Yes, so thank you for joining us at Watches and Wonders. It was such a journey, and we are so happy that you guys drop comments, positive comments,
Negative comments is fine too.
It's fine too.
And
on the
we
watches.
really enjoy publishing 70 times on our website per day, and 50, 100 videos that we dropped on Instagram stories, which you can see still in the highlights. And we've created so much content that I think we have months to run with this. The stuff that we've already shot, and, videoed, and photographed.
Yep. So do look out for more. We will do quite a few in-depth review with some of these watches. There are actually more watches that I really like, but I can only pick 3.
This idea, we force you to pick 3.
You're just making me less greedy. I don't like it. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
See you.
We wrap up then.
Cheers.
Bye.